G'day everyone, and Luke here with a great deal from our friends over at Leonards Ingredients.
For 4 weeks, the Euro box will be available, giving you the chance to try all 5 of their flagship flavours.
What's in the box?
I'll tell you. There's Old English, which has lots of pepper, herbs and onion from the Leonards award-winning bestseller selection.
Garlic Supreme loaded with garlic complemented with parsley oregano for that eye candy.
Pork and red onion, a seasoning mix that's packed full of red onions, making it not only visually appealing, but also very, very tasty.
The classic Italian flavours of tomato, oregano and garlic with their visual flakes of red pepper for extra eye appeal. Ooh la la.
Chorizo style, using smoked paprika, garlic and chili for that classic Spanish taste in a British bang.
Simply contact your local stockist in your area, click on the Euros link or head over to leonards.co.uk and enjoy the taste of the Euros.
Leonards Ingredients, the family-run company with 4 decades of service and experience. Be quick, this offer ends 17th of July.
Shop local, shop Leonards.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Oi, oi, welcome back to another episode of the Butcher's Bible Podcast. I'm your host, Llama Snag.
And I'm Luke. Llama Snag. You're in a good mood. This is pure. You're perky.
Yeah, baby. 2 blokes preaching a good word of the meat industry.
1 episode at a time.
Nice. Thought I'd throw in another curveball there for you, mate.
Yeah. Llama Snag. Hope you never had a llama sausage. I think we've discussed that before, haven't we?
Yeah, and Simon Taylor and I have a running theme from Surrey Hill Butchers. You put up. Well, no, it's just hard to know where it came from, but I was like, "Do you sell llama?" He's just like, "Yep, top seller." I was like, "Rightio."
Sends you that thumbs up.
Yeah, no, the praying hands.
That's good. Oh, yeah. How you been?
Yeah, good, man. Yeah, good. Good weekend. It was pretty hectic weekend, but it all went smooth. Really lovely.
You wanna talk about it?
Yeah, we will. But first, we'll get some admin out of the way. Thank you to everyone about the solo episode that Luke and I did, the mental health reach around part 2.
Yeah, that was good.
The response to that was
good feedback.
Remarkable. It did really well. Lots of good stuff. Lots of people reached out, said lots of kind words, I should say.
Yeah,
and it's really good to see the community coming together more and more. And Henry Curd, fucking ledge.
Great episode.
He's just as bloke who's just a force to be reckoned with, isn't he? And he just knows his stuff. And he's part of the team GB, so they're very lucky to have you.
Yeah, very much so. And he knows what he wants to do. That's one thing that I quite like.
Yes. Yeah, he's
I'm not saying this in a derogatory term, but he's staying in his lane and he's fucking running with it, and he's doing really, really well currently.
Yeah, definitely. The response we've had from that, it's very good. If you're not following Henry Curd, Butcher_Curd, check him out. He's fucking dope. And like I said as well, post more, be more present, Henry, or fuck you.
There it is. Got it out there early. That's 2 minutes, 3 minutes in.
3 minutes in. They already told people to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, good. Brilliant.
Yeah, right. We both had really interesting weekends.
Busy weekends all around. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, I hear you. I feel you. Yeah. I'll start with my weekend before we kick yours off, because yours is fucking epic.
It was cool. But yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, alphabetical order first, I guess.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So my baby girl turned 1.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Kept this little thing alive for a whole year.
Well done.
and now to keep her alive for the rest of my life. So how much fun is that?
Amazing.
But it was amazing. She looked absolutely adorable in a little dress because it was. Yeah. We had it was pissed down on the Friday, and then the Saturday we're like, right, it's just going to be stupidly windy, and we got like a bit of sunshine here and there. So yeah, no, that's good. And then so we decorated the whole entire house just for kids. You know, it was wild. Like there was like bubble guns, which I took hold of for a while. It was great fun. There was like a little paddling pools and all those like mats laid out and everything so they could play and everything. And we did 48 sandwiches of all different types, fruit platter, homemade sausage rolls,
full works,
all the works. And it was just like there's balloons everywhere. And then it decided it was like, I'm just going to rain.
Yeah, it was biblical at times, wasn't it? Was it not?
Yeah, so the 2 hours that the party went for, about 30 minutes of it was just rain. And then it was like, okay, so everyone who was outside already found their seats, was all comfortable drinking beers and wine and like soft drinks and whatever. And then it just rained for half an hour solid. And then we all like crammed inside the house. And then, because I cleaned the house head to toe as well. So it's just footmarks everywhere. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to clean this on Sunday.
Let's get the mop out.
Yes. And then, so it finished, everyone back outside, really good. We had a handmade cake as well by Bakes by Lucy down here in Dorset. She does really good work as well. Nice little plot for her. She deserves it. But it was really fun because I got to see some friends from my old shop who had just had kids and everything. So I got to sit down with them, have a good chat. Lots of laughs. It was just all around really fun. And it was just a bit weird because they're like giving you the presents and you can't open them. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
I want to open it.
She won't know what this is.
Yeah, exactly. Where's mine?
Like, well, where's mine? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a few 6-packs given to me and the wife as well. So we're quite happy with those. Might tuck into them next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was good. It was a good party. It was really fun. It's the best it gets is like throwing a 1-year-old party, which is quite wild. I don't know, unless people have been there, they kind of go, yeah, we know what you mean. But if you haven't, it's wild. There's so much organization to go into it.
Yeah, for tiny little kids.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
I think it's the first birthday is for the parents in a way. That's the way I felt with my daughter.
Yeah, how'd you get along with yours when you did your first year?
It was all right. I was still as surprised as you, mate, of keeping a small child alive for a year without an instruction manual. You know, you just kind of go, I just feed it and it poops and it seems to work.
And if I give it water from time to time, it grows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same as you, man. It's such a blur. I mean, I just can't really remember it a lot of the time. And because you're so in the now.
Yeah.
Kids, because they grow so fast. They're sort of like, the rate of their growth in the first few years is incredible. So you kind of just lose track of it all, and you can only look back at pictures and you go, oh shit, they were that small.
Yeah, exactly. Because we had like an easel and it had like all photos of her, like in like a rotation, like when she was first like hours born to, now. And it's just like you're looking at all the photos, like she was like the size of a football, and now she's like bigger. Yeah. And it's just
as in small, not.
Yeah, did he? But it's just wild. And just like, oh, how times have changed within a year. And like the face and the structure and her attitude and her almost like she's so close to crawling now. She gets like in that crawling position and then she just goes, it just like lays down and then still tries to like grab like the toys or whatever's near her so she can play with it. But then she'll roll herself over when she gets the strength. But she still hasn't quite got the strength because of her heart. But like she's just full of beans still. She's just still like, let's go, let's play.
Mentally she's there. She wants to freaking go.
Yeah, and I think hopefully once the surgery's done, she's just up, just shoots for and she'll be full of beans, and then
mate, she will be.
Then they'll be in trouble. I'll be running around.
It's so funny when they're babies and they're like little potatoes and they don't move. You're like, this is great. Then they start to crawl, and then you start to move things out of their reach slightly. Then they can stand up and walk, and everything has to be raised up by a foot. that they can reach.
Yeah.
And it's never ending. Now I actually have to hide things. Like, I don't know. So she doesn't grab hold of, I don't know, anything. She's quite smart, Atia, so she doesn't really play with dangerous shit, but you can never be too sure.
Yeah, of course. Anything's a bloody sharp object when they get their hands on it, because you're like, no, we can't have that.
She's so well educated in that. 'Cause obviously, she's seen me work loads, and it's always like, I'm like, this is, and she's like, a knife, and I'm like, and it is sharp, yes,
Yeah, very good.
Sharp, and so it is. She's like, dangerous. I was like, it can be dangerous if you use it wrong, and she's like, yes, you tell me this every single time.
That would make it stick.
Yeah, and it is, mate. Yeah, she's smart cookie, as I'm sure Esme will be, and they just absorb. And what you can just, you give them the right information, and they fucking run with it. It's brilliant.
Well, I hope so, because we took her for today, like on the Sunday, we took her to the aquarium over at Weymouth down there.
So she's going to become a fish.
Yeah, she's going to become a little puffer fish. So we took her there because it was like, it'll be really good sensory, and it's a good little birthday treat as well. She gets to go out for a drive and everything. And obviously, because I worked on the Great Barrier Reef for quite some time, so I knew most of the fish. So I was doing like a running commentary for the two of them. And then completely forgot about it, that there was other people around. So I'm doing like the running commentary, like it's fun facts about like these types of fish, or the moray eels, or like the leopard sharks, or like all these different things. And then eventually, like Laura turns to me, she goes, "There's people following us," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" She goes, "These people," and everyone's like looking like, "What's he going to say next?"
That's so good.
And then one of the fathers comes up and he's just like, "Oh, is this like the running commentary for like the exhibits and everything?" I was like, "Nah, man, I just know these things." And he's like, okay. Right.
They heard the Australian accent and they were hooked.
Yeah, it was quite funny because I was just like, "Oh, I didn't mean for that to happen." I was just talking and just telling fun facts about these things.
And they're like, "This guy knows his shit."
Yeah, exactly. And it definitely wasn't in uniform or anything. I was wearing a white T-shirt that basically says, "In pizza we crust," which is this big bad boy here.
That's such a good. Yes. In pizza we crust.
Fuck yeah, we do. And it's got the Illuminati on it as well. It's funny. So yeah, like, I don't know how you can get a mistaken when the T-shirt say "Sea Life Crew."
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But people just don't care. They just hear someone talking about stuff like, "Oh yeah, this would."
Yeah, I'd probably do the same. I'd probably just like be like facing away from them, but just like keeping up with you, just to find out good shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then they had some Australian fairy penguins there as well, which are really cool.
Furry?
Fairy.
Fairy? What fairy?
Because they're little diddy things, and they're like little fluffy buggers. Yeah, they're really cool, and they were protecting their nest. So they had a quarter off these two that were protecting their nest, because they get violent. They get violent. So I was like, interesting.
Gang on gang violence of penguins.
Yeah.
They put their tuxedos on and they're like, "Let's go get this guy."
The name's Fairy. Penguin Fairy. Because James Bond in it, yeah. But it was
I haven't been to an aquarium in ages.
Yeah, we should probably go.
We should. But the thing is, you see, the one in Brighton, which is the closest one to me apart from London, you can. It's like 45 quid per person.
Oh yeah.
And you can walk through it in 20 minutes.
Yeah. The ours was Weymouth was 25 or 35. I can't remember, but it was like there was a lot there. But we took our sweet. Well, I was taking my sweet time talking and everything, so it took us about 2 hours. Yeah, but I think if you're like punching out, I reckon you get it done in 40.
Yeah, it is for the kids. It's for the kids, though.
Well, you say that, but then there was a lot of adults there. Like, it looked like a lot of first dates or whatever. So.
That's the adults go first date kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you reckon?
Is it that sort of vibe where you're just like walking through?
This is romantic.
Being all coy, looking at the shop, being like, "Fucking hell, look at that."
Is she? Oh, honey, look, there's a guided tour.
Yeah.
No guided tour here. Should have charged, actually. Should have charged a couple of pounds each for everyone. Be like, yeah.
It'd be funny if they just carried on following you outside and then just get in your car. And they're like, where are we going next? Thinking that you're like a tour guide. Follow me with the umbrella.
Yeah, with the little sign saying like what group you're part of. Yeah, like the Asians you see.
Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, and then we went for lunch over at the Fat Badger, which overlooked Chesil Beach.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Cool. Yeah, and they had a very unique menu. They had so they had lots of venison on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this beachside restaurant?
It was like, so you had the water and then you had Chesil Beach, which is just a massive like island that runs across, and then it's got water again, and then it has like attached to a caravan park, but you can see all of it. It was quite good.
Yeah. Caravan park is in like a holiday park.
Yeah, holiday state, like those static caravans and they were all holiday people and whatnot. It was quite cool. Lots of venison.
Oh, venison. Nice.
Yeah, they had crab, lots of like almost like seafoody kind of bits and pieces on there. But I had a venison burger, which was gluten free as well. Homemade brioche bun as well, and it was like bright, vibrant yellow as well.
Yeah,
because then it had like this like wicked like mature Swiss cheese as well, and I was like, oh, it worked. It worked really well.
Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then there was crab and all these other bits and pieces. They had like these big sharing boards as well with like you had like. Well, I could see what people were ordering. They had like bread and like all these different like pates and everything as well. It looked pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, and you could really tell it was like homemade and like really that's what their niche was.
Just real like nice authentic food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had venison cutlets on there as well. I was like,
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, are you close to the New Forest, aren't you?
Yeah. New Forest is.
Yeah. So it must be from there.
Well, it didn't say anything on their menu. And when I asked the Sheila who was serving us, she was like, I was like, it's Sunday, I guess, and who gives a fuck?
Where's the traceability?
Yeah, I demand this.
Yeah. I had seafood today.
The seafood you eat it, yeah?
I did, yeah. I had Kitty's mum. She went shopping over there last week. She went around to some of the there's plenty of nice food establishments around where we live to buy stuff from. And she bought a wild sea trout, absolutely beautiful fish, and she asked me if I could fillet it and cook it. I was like, okay. I was like, going on a bit of retail therapy, were we? Just going out buying massive trout.
Yeah, nice. Did you eat it?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I just salt and peppered it and put it on a really like searingly hot grill.
Nice.
And
crispy skin.
Not long at all. Yeah, not long at all. Really,
no, you don't have to with seafood like that. You got a searing hot grill, like a couple of minutes. It's just ready to go.
Super moist. And then I cooked some. These king prawns were absolutely ginormous. Tiger king prawns.
All right, Cal Baskin.
Yeah, Cal Baskin.
Fucking beach. Want to try some meth?
Yeah. But I called you. Not even a fuck you. What do you want? What do you need?
What a banger. Oh, that was the peak of COVID, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I never even finished that. It went a bit mental at the end, and I was like, these guys are proper crackheads.
Yeah, they were hard into the craziness. Especially that woman as well, who got her arm bitten off by a tiger and she goes, yeah, I still work here.
Yeah, you're not working.
Oh, Jesus.
Right.
You do you, sister.
That was mental, wasn't it? God. But yeah, had some king tiger prawns, beautiful things, trimmed them all up, butterflied them, took the old poop line out, and then garlic buttered them on the grill.
Oh, stop it.
Beauty,
Really, mate.
Really good. We had roasted veg, fried courgette, roasted beetroots, all super fresh from the garden.
I was going to say, was it from the garden?
It was from the garden,
The Garden of Eden.
Yeah, amazing stuff. And then we did some, we quickly blanched some, what's it called? Broad beans, peeled broad beans. And we did like a real bougie mushy peas with the beans.
Yeah.
So good. Like real fat broad beans, but like as you would get from your traditional fish and chip shop.
Yeah, nice, cool.
Yeah, it's real good, and just good food, man. I was so full.
It still went back to seconds, I'm sure. If there was.
I did. There was a prawn left, and I'd absolutely smashed it.
Nice.
So I was like, "Who wants the last?" And I was like,
throw my way.
If you're going to question it, it's going to be mine, quite clearly.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
it was great food.
It up.
Yeah, really nice. Kind of making me hungry again now talking about it, but it sure was tasty. My food yesterday. Oh boy.
And we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me about your weekend, man.
Yesterday went and took part in Beer and Barbecue Festival at Renegade over in Kent, Faversham.
Nice.
The first one, the inaugural one, if that is the right word. Is it? That's a big word for me.
Yeah, I had to find the dictionary for this one.
Yeah. I was fighting old women off apparently yesterday.
Well, you know.
Yeah, there was a moment in it. I'll just say this now because Doug will find it funny.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing a bit of butchery and Doug was like, "Are there any questions?" Whilst Luke was cutting this up, and this old lady, who must have been about 50, 60, she was like, "Can I have his number?" And he was like, "No, madam, he's taken by me."
Yes, Dougie. Yes.
So yesterday, we had this beer and barbecue festival at McNade. Had a great setup. They had an area of live music and retail stalls and beer. You'd be surprised to hear.
Yeah.
As well as the stalls and the food sort of vendors that were there at McNade anyway. They kind of rent sort of areas out for them.
Yeah.
They have like a little market street thing there. It's great food hall. It's amazing.
Lovely.
The setup is incredible they've got there. But specifically for beer and barbecue, loads of beer. Green Egg were there with the stall. They had Rebel Grills were there.
Yep, Paul.
Shout out to them. Yeah, just a bunch of things. But anyway, I was over on the demo stage with myself, Big Doug, Simon. You had Andrew, Chef Andrew from Acme Fire Cult.
Oh, nice.
And you had Chef Julian of Chef Julian on Instagram, I think it is.
Yeah.
We had Paul from Big Green Egg come down of Hampshire Barbecue.
Nice. Very good.
Really, really good. Great day. And it was just a big old tear up, mate. It was hilarious.
Yeah. So paint us a picture of how the day went. What happened?
So I got there around 8:30, 7:45.
Nice and early.
Quarter to 9. I got stuck in the Kent County Show traffic, which was a bit annoying. But anyway, I got there in the end. Doug and Simon, I got there proper early, about 6 in the morning to get the hog roast on.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Which I didn't have any of, which actually annoyed me more than anything. Because I was busy over on the stage most of the day. And so we had the main centerpiece of the demo stage was this grill from Rebel Grills.
Cool. Yeah.
This awesome guy called Mickey made it. He's a proper guy, legend already. I absolutely love him. He's going to be at Smoke and Fire.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be good. He's going to be there with Rebel Grills.
Yeah,
and
nice.
What's Mickey's Instagram? Just want to give him a shout out. He's the Smoking Artisan.
Oh, cool. Right. Yeah.
And on Instagram, and he's proper cool guy. He was there keeping the fire going on this incredible bit of kit, all 3mm mild steel, and you got to look it up, like Rebel Grills, Smoky Rebel, and we have some chickens hanging off of it, pineapples, of course, all covered in certain rubs and glazes and stuff. Brilliant.
Nice.
And Andrew and Julian did a few demos of cooking. Great food. The stuff that they cooked was amazing.
Yeah.
And big turnout actually for the crowd. Really big turnout.
What was 2,000 tickets or something was sold?
2,000 tickets for one day. Yeah, I think probably 2/3 of those people probably turned up.
Wow. Still,
you could say that's still 1,200, 1,500 people that turned up, I reckon.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And yeah, it was great. Doug was comparing, so he was being the MC of the day.
Legend.
Because Simon said that he was a bit nervous on the mic. He wasn't.
Simon, nervous on the mic?
He was confident as. Doug was like, I don't need to be here, do I?
Nice.
Yeah, some great food being pumped out. And I did a bit of a lamb breakdown, which was good fun.
Yeah, what'd you do?
So it was quite cool. Simon went to get the lamb a few minutes before the demonstration, just so it was kept cold. And he walked it through the whole crowd. And then there was like a trail of people following him because they were like, "Where the fuck's that going?" And yeah, so Doug was there. He was chatting to me. He was like, "If you want to introduce yourself," I got hold of the mic pretty much immediately in my pants. Because if you know me, I'm not one for public speaking at all.
No.
Yeah, and I was like, "My name's Luke." But apparently it came across very well of what I said. But obviously people don't know my internal monologue that's going on as I'm talking.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm Luke. I'm a freelance butcher and butchery consultant. Butcher of 15 years. And Doug was like, member of Team GB, like nudging me. I was like, member of Team GB Butchery. And yeah, I said, I've loved every minute of it so far. There's not much more to say, to be honest. So I got started and Doug was like, well, what are you going to do for us? And I was like, all right. I said, you want to know about this, the lamb? And people were like, yo.
Shut up and cut.
Shut up and use your knives. That's what you're here for. And yeah, so I'm going to do a whole lamb breakdown. We'll go through it slowly, talk about the cuts, and that's kind of what we did.
Oh, amazing.
Gave the mic back to Doug. And he immediately was like, thank you, Luke. I must know. He was like, I know Luke on a personal level. And this was really funny. It was a personal level. And he was like, and amazing that you freelance. There's not many of you out there. He was like, I hear you've got, you're working at something called Middle Farm, as he pulled his apron across. He pulled his apron across the shelf, the logo of Middle Farm. Quick plug.
Yeah.
You're working at Middle Farm, and I hear you've got a great boss. He's like, with an even greater moustache. Yeah, Doug pulled it out the bag. It's really good, and I was just laughing.
Legend.
Yeah. There was one. My only criticism would be that there was one mic handheld, so I couldn't do much. He was trying to hold the mic in my mouth and make me talk, but it was quite difficult when you're butchering.
Yeah.
So periodically he would give it to me, and I would say stuff, but most of the time he was kind of just chatting about what I was cutting, what I was doing. The terms, technicalities of the lamb breakdown.
Yep.
And yeah, and Simon goes over to Doug and goes, give him a quick ribbon about Team GB. And they're like, so Luke, you are part of Team GB, are you not? Of the World Butchers Challenge.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I am, yeah. And then both him and Simon went, we're really pleased for you. Yeah.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Like, because some of us didn't even get into the team. Well, I was like, okay. And they were like, he was like, do you want to explain what WBC is and what you'll be doing effectively? So yeah, so I gave a quick rundown of WBC.
Yeah,
it was a competitive butchery event hosted all over the world. And, teams from all over the world come and prove their mettle. I explained it in more detail there, but
yeah,
and people are like, oh, yeah, that can only that.
Yeah, sounds. Tickets are on sale.
Yeah. No, Doug did say that. He was like, tickets are on sale online. I believe it's in Paris this year.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. That's what he was like.
Buy a ticket, get a baguette.
Yeah. Buy a baguette for £400. I don't know how much tickets are.
I don't know how much either.
Buy a baguette for £400 and get a free WBC ticket.
Yeah,
that's what Clarkson's Farm did.
What?
Because they weren't allowed to sell T-shirts, their merch through their shop because it wasn't locally made. They were imported in a way.
Right. Okay.
Not made within the local area. So they weren't allowed to sell them. So a loophole that they did was they made an apple cost £20 and you get a free T-shirt.
Do we get the apple?
No, well, you get an apple worth £20 and a free T-shirt. And I was like, freaking Jeremy Clarkson, absolute touch.
Yeah, what a touch. Yeah.
So yeah, and then I was helping out throughout the day. You got Acme Fire Cult, Andrew.
Yeah.
Jeff Andrew, absolute legend, proper rock star of the open flame fire cooking.
Oh yeah.
And I was helping him out. I was making some offal skewers just as the rain started.
Oh yeah. How'd you get on with the weather?
For about 20 minutes, it was spotting, right? And we were like, whoa. Luckily for me and my demo, it was bright sunshine.
Yes.
And yeah, Andrew, you may have seen it on Instagram that Andrew was still cooking in the rain. He was absolutely soaked. It was biblical for about 15, 20 minutes, torrential downpour. And the funny thing is that Andrew had previously been talking about when he did an event in Wales.
Yeah.
And how the rain came down hard. And dude, someone was listening because they turned the taps on. It came down hard.
He said the magic words.
He did. And it only really came down when he was cooking.
No one else.
No. And I just managed to finish off these offal skewers before the rain came. It was just crazy. It was a brilliant day though. Simon really pulled it out of the bag.
Yeah,
he really nailed it. I have to say, this is a lot of credit to him because this all came from just an idea of something small. He, light a few grills, get about 40, 50 people in, and it just snowballed. And he absolutely nailed it.
Good. He deserves it.
There was nothing went wrong. The only downside was
the rain,
and probably the lack of microphones for everyone on stage, I would say.
Yeah.
But it was just great. It was really, really fun.
Yeah.
And Big Green Egg were there. You had Paul.
Nice.
Was there a Big Green Egg? He was doing some lamb kleftico and doing some lamb kebabs.
Nice.
And they were really, really good. They had their Big Green Egg taxi there, which was cool.
The
two of the big eggs.
Yeah. Nice.
It's got two of the eggs on the back of it. And I was like, did you drive this here? And he just looked at me and was like, hell no. That thing came on a trailer.
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't moving this shit.
It was brilliant. And then Julian made some amazing food. And the knowledge that man's got is incredible. He's only been actually chefing for, I would say, 10 years. Oh, yeah. I think, I'm paraphrasing, but in comparison to his age, he hasn't been chefing long.
Amazing.
He's just dived straight into it and he absolutely loves it.
He's finding that groove, isn't he? I follow him as well. He's got he's got this uniqueness about him when he's on camera, as well as when he's explaining all these dishes or when he's running through all these bits and pieces that he's doing. He does have that really nice, unique, calming voice, but he also keeps it on track when he's talking about the product.
It's true. Very, very true. Very true. Yeah.
I think he's found his groove on that. And that takes years. That takes years of explaining and demonstrating. But I think the short period that he's done it.
Yeah, I just felt a bit. As soon as I heard my voice on the speaker next to me, I was like, "Oh,
I sound like an idiot."
Yeah, but because it's different to hearing my voice. Let's say listening to one of these episodes back.
Yeah,
because it's loud, and I feel like I have quite a deep voice anyway.
Yeah,
and it was just like behind me. It was just like when I was talking, I was like, "This is sensory overload." But yeah, everyone's. I think I did an all right job. But other people said that was really, really good. Afterwards, when people were coming up to the block when I was still cutting, when I was like, I'm just going to finish off cutting this and come and ask us any questions, because we kind of done the whole half hour, let's say. And then after, when people were coming up to talk to me, I felt much more comfortable being there with the one-on-one rather than talking to a large group of a couple of hundred people.
Yeah.
But it was good, yeah. And people were coming up to me and be like, "Oh, can you show me that knot?" And I was like, "I can show you 1,000 times. You're not going to get this."
Not right now, no.
No, I had people videoing it, and I was like, "This is the one knot that I can do, that we use, that I found is the most efficient," that sord of thing. And one person was like, towards the end, Doug was like, "Any more questions?" Because we answered a few.
I was like, once.
"Tell us about your knives." And I was like, "Aha!" I was like, "I can make a boner joke here."
Yeah.
I didn't. I nearly did. I was like, "This is a boning knife," and I should have been like, "This is a boning knife, preferably called in the trade a boner." A boner. I did. I was made to feel a bit self-conscious, so I didn't make many jokes.
No, you'll get into it.
I know. I hope to do another one. And
well, he didn't invite you back, did he? So better luck next time.
I don't know. With everyone, we were like, same time next year. No, everyone was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, this time I'll turn up.
It'll be good, mate. Yeah, I think it'll be. Not that there was a lack of organisation, but there's always a take home from these sort of things, especially the first one.
Yeah, the first run is always the trial. You're never ever going to hit a spot on. If you hit a spot on first time round, fucking hell, like it's obviously nothing's going.
Yeah, it was close, mate. It was close to being absolutely spot on, apart from the rain, which is totally out of our control.
Yeah,
and I think it's just a couple of oversights, but I can't knock it. Simon did some cooking as well.
Ah, did he? Do you know what he cooked? Because he can cook, that boy.
He cooked some steaks. So from the beef break, myself and Doug did a pony breakdown, as in the front sort of pretty much just the chuck roll on the bone with the blade.
Nice.
The whole part.
Yeah.
No LMC, that was removed, and no neck, that had been removed as well.
Cool.
So Doug was talking about it. Simon was preparing for his thing behind us, furiously organising himself. So I started breaking the chuck down, taking the bones off. I took the mic from Doug, started talking about the chuck and the different primals that are within it, and how they're underutilized. And whilst he broke down the feather, and it was just good fun, mate. And then Simon took the mic, had me and Doug continue to break stuff down, and he was kind of just saying what we're doing and taking the Denver and then the chuck tenders. Cut some Denvers for Simon. He started dirty cooking them on the grill, straight onto the coals. And then I kind of finished off the beef. Doug took the mic. Simon started absolutely annihilating this green salsa that he was making to put on these steaks, and it was so good. He's a talent, that man, as well. When you actually see him start to cook and start to do stuff, he's really he gets a fire in him.
He does,
because Simon. I feel that Simon's quite a reserved person.
Sure, yeah.
And you just see he came out of his shell.
Yeah. He's a performer and he's an educator.
That was it. It's just so funny. He was like, Doug, can you do it? Because I'm not too confident on the mic. And Doug did say this out loud to people on the mic. He was like, can I just reiterate that I was brought here today to compare because Simon was worried he wouldn't be very good on the microphone.
I'm under false pretenses right here.
He was like, I'm now here as I've been employed as a mic stand, because he was just stood there holding it when Simon was working away on the block, talking really well whilst working, and Doug was there going like this, just holding the mic.
The mustache.
Yeah. Some of the pictures are good, and it was great fun. Really, really good day. Doug went home looking pink as anything because he got to put sun cream on.
He did, didn't he? He would have got in trouble from the wife as well.
Yeah, 100%. He texted me when he got home and he was like, I look like a fucking drumstick lollipop. If you don't know what that is, it's like an old school British sweet where one side of it's white and the other's bright pink.
Yeah, it's a lolly.
Yeah, but it's absolutely great fun, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Tell me about the beer.
Really good. The beers were good. I have to be honest, I didn't really have a chance to go check them. Out. That's all, folks. Thank you for listening. We cooked some food on a Traeger as well all day.
Nice.
That was freaking wicked. We Doug put it on at around 6, 7. So we had a Thor's hammer, and Thor's hammer and the chuck short ribs, but the whole plate down to the very bottom. So it was like big. It was like part of the LMC with it as well.
Oh wow! Okay.
Real massive. Yeah, really, really good. So once all the demos had happened, we gathered all the food that had been cooked that was still edible and wasn't left out in the sun, because there was a chicken that fell by the wayside and fell off the barbecue and onto the floor, and then so I think someone left it on the grill for a little bit too long, so that shit was dry.
Was that a Sutton chicken?
It was.
Bugger.
But shout out to Sutton, who what we actually did cook. That was 1 out of 5 chickens that we cooked. The rest of them were amazing.
Really, really good. There's some good gear they have.
Yeah, it's amazing. So then we cooked these short ribs, and at the end me and Doug just cut up all this food into manageable pieces. We had some small little cardboard trays, and it was like The Walking Dead. They were coming out. They were just like coming up to the stage, just grabbing as much as they could. We had some clef de co that Paul cooked on the big green egg.
Nice.
The short ribs, the shin, the pineapples. Oh my god, they were so fucking good.
Were they juicy and char grilled?
Naughty. It was so good. And the chickens as well that have been hanging up on top of the grill all day.
Just gathering that smoke, slowly gathering all that smoke.
Yeah. Really, really good.
That's the stuff.
And I was stuffed. And then I came home and I was like, and Kitty looked at me and she was like, "What do you want for dinner?" I was like, "Absolutely nothing."
I'm gonna go lay down.
yeah, literally. And so I was like, "I'm tired." And she was like, "I'm not surprised." I was like, "Actually, it was quite a long day." Yeah.
Well, you got there battling the traffic in Kent, and then you get there, and then it's just all go.
Yeah. The drive back was all right. It's just sort of, when you get that smoke eye and the smoky face, and it wasn't a bonfire smell, because it was actually really nice wood that they were burning.
Yeah.
And it's just that barbecue smell, and you're like, "Ooh wee."
Yeah, it's these.
Yeah.
Is the lamb that you broke down? Did any of that get cooked, or was it just back to the display cabinet for it, or what?
It was actually back to the display cabinet. Oh no, my demo was before Big Green Egg demo, so I butterflied a leg of lamb to show how you can utilize a leg rather than just doing it as a roast or diced or whatever.
Yeah.
And then because Paul was doing a butterfly leg of lamb in the clef de co, and then I diced that up for his kebabs. He did some kebabs, so we ate some of that.
Nice.
Yeah, but all of the meat was supplied by McNade's butchery suppliers,
yeah.
Suppliers. And it was great. Sam Newington lent us. He got us some beef for it, and the name escapes me for the lamb.
It was lamb.
It was a Texel cross though. Texel cross Suffolk.
Oh right, okay.
From somebody nearby.
Oh yeah, their farms are like, if I remember, like 5-6 miles, if that.
Yeah, it was just like 4 fields that way.
Yeah. The McNade farms that they use it like for the lambs just across the road or something.
Yeah. But
it's good gear. The Texels are great, man.
They're good.
Are great. Yeah.
Wasn't a bad lamb. So yeah, I'm assuming that just went back and got processed into your everyday goods for your butcher's shop, my guy.
I bet you that shop would have got smashed that Saturday though.
It did. Although it wasn't from their normal. Like, we went for a chat to speak to the boys in the butchery afterwards, and they were busy, but not with the normal customers.
Right, okay.
It was people who obviously bought the tickets and were coming from further afield. It wasn't their normal customers. I think their normal demographic just stayed away because they knew it was going to be mad busy.
Yeah, so we'll just turn up on Sunday or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or done their shopping on the Friday or something.
Yeah. So they said it wasn't too busy, but they had a lot of new customers that said, "I've never been here before." You know the one.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
But those boys behind the counter would have been like, all right, it's set. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Great day. Absolutely great day.
It looked like fun. I can't wait for the rest of the photos to come out.
It really was.
And my hat goes off to Simon, especially for organising and getting everyone to come in and do what they did. And, and it's amazing to see that you're on stage.
And may I add, everyone did it for free. They just did it for the love of the fucking trade, mate.
Yeah, it's what happens, mate.
It's absolutely amazing. I think that gave it a really good vibe.
Yeah. Besides Doug, who got hired to be a stand, but yeah.
It's true. I'm sure he's going to get an invoice for that. Simon's going to get an invoice.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Cost of a beer. This is the invoice, Simon.
Mic stand for half an hour.
Yeah. But that's the trouble. Like when I've done events as well, the mics are always the biggest issue because you're like, all right, there's 10 mics, but you need 3. Especially at one stage, but then there's all multiple things going on at different stages. That's always been the way it is with those like events. But if you didn't miss a beat, it
was good. Like we should have had the mics that they had at Taste, the ones that they're just like hook around your ear and they're on.
Yeah,
hands free.
It keeps your hands free. Yeah,
that's it. And then it would have been more conversational. But instead of, Duck did an absolute amazing job. But but it was hard to have a conversationalist piece.
Yeah, because one person's got the mic and you got to stand next to them, or they're just like shoving it in your face every so.
Yeah.
But the first one, that's one niggle to take away from it. But
it was brilliant. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Really, really good.
He's done good work, that boy over there.
And that was like probably my first time talking in front of a crowd like that about butchery, but I'm comfortable doing butchery in any setting, but it was the talking that had me freaking going mental in my head prior to it. But I kept on, obviously you get that anxiety spike, and I kept on trying to, because you can trick your brain into thinking that an anxiety spike is exciting.
Yeah, put me on that.
I was like, come on. I was like, this is going to be sick. I was like, oh my fucking God. And then I go, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be good. And
I pissed my pants.
Pissed my pants. Wear my apron, no one can see.
Exactly right. Straight into the boots.
Yeah.
Shake it out.
Just walking around sounding like Squidward.
Oh, Jesus. Hello.
SpongeBob.
Plenty more of those events to come up, especially for you as well. Hopefully there's a pipeline.
Mate, I'd love to do it. Really, really love to. Not for me, not for anything for me to do any sort of like demos like that. But if anyone knows, let me know. And I was talking to Andrew, Acme Colt, and I said, "Hey man, his cooking is insane. He's proper rock star Viking cooking."
Yeah. He tames that flame. He's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, and he gave me some stickers as well, which was sweet as.
Hell yeah!
Went straight on the knife box. I was like, "Thank you, sir."
That suitcase, yeah.
But I would like to do it again.
Well, yeah, we got Smoke and Fire coming up, so that's going to be a different kettle of fish.
We do. And I think there's words going around that there's a wild card position for the Butcher Wars, is there not?
Yes, I heard there is a
going
wild
around
card.
In the Butcher's circle, isn't it?
It has, yeah. And I'm really excited to see who steps up to the plate.
I know, me too. 2 weeks though. If you're not prepared,
I already
not a lot of time.
As soon as I heard that, I already had 2 displays in my head, fully designed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how? How would you get it done in time?
Easy. I'll just get it done at work hours. It's easy. I can get both of them done at work hours, and it would take no time at all. It's just preparing for what you're going to put and how you're going to design it, because obviously I'm not on the block anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I can mentally prepare and visualize things inside my head. So the person who, like, if they do take it, they've got an opportunity. But in my head, I've already thought of 2 displays and what themes are going to be running with it. And so I'm saying, don't worry, it's not me. I'm not doing it. Like, as soon as I heard that, I just thought of two of them, and then just put everything I had in my head that I could visualize making. You know, it was tempting on my behalf. I was like, oh yes.
Although you did phone me straight away when you had.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're like, there's a position. And I was like, it's 2 weeks away. And you were like, pussy.
No, I didn't say like that.
No, you're like, if you don't do it, you're fucking buzzing.
Yeah, if you don't do it, you're fired.
Yeah. Yeah. Fired from what? Just you're fired.
You're fired. That's it. I'm calling Doug.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it'd be really interesting as Smoke Fire to see who the wild card is. I'm very excited.
That's good. This is what, mate. This is going to be so exciting. 2 weeks time. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. The content,
Just to eat
the food,
good food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about that food, man. We're gonna do some proper content this time. We're gonna have our media manager with us. We're gonna be mic'd up. We're gonna get proper audio. We're gonna get proper videos as well. But we're gonna leave the videos on a little bit of a surprise for people. But we're going to do food reviews. We're going to eat spicy stuff. We're going to drink the beer. And we're going to talk to every single butcher there, including Sharon Walker. And I have reached out to the owners of Smoke and Fire to say, please give us 5 minutes of your time. So we will see what happens.
Oh, yeah. I'm down for it. I'm here for it.
Well, you're coming along. You're a part of it.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know. My brain went on autopilot and just went, okay.
Yeah, ADHD kicked in for a minute while Anthony's banging on.
Yeah, well, I was just spinning this freaking like sanding paddle in my fingers.
I knew you were playing with that. I was just like, I bet she's playing with her spinning paddle.
Yeah, playing with something. It's either that or this funny little creature my daughter gave me. A little weird thing. But yes, I will be there with you.
Yes, we will. And it's going to be great.
Awesome.
Hopefully the weather holds out as well.
Yeah. What's your week looking like?
Muddy. I already know it's going to be insanely muddy because it's pissing down all in Dorset tomorrow. Well, it says like whatever it is on the weather. Fucking, I can't believe it. But I know it's going to be muddy, and I'm going to be in the 30-ton truck, and I'm going to be shifting gear from one side of the field to the other.
Cool. Fun.
But then also, if you say that, there might be boys who are still raging from the weekend. So there might be a few slots open to do other things. So who knows where I'm going to be? Stay tuned for another day out on the paddocks.
Yeah. That's so good.
What about your week?
Well, this is my second week of being a freelance butcher.
How was the first week? Run us through that.
It was good. Monday, Tuesday, I was at Good Trees, give them a helping hand. Pretty much just like breaking down as much beef as I could in 2 days.
Sure.
So that they could then pack Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday, you just absolutely crushed it, and then I could leave and feel like I've done a good job just by nailing the butchery.
Good.
Wednesdays, I had a half day at my local farm shop, which was good.
Oh yeah, where's that?
Forest Row. So.
Oh yeah, they're right.
Yeah, they're down a butcher that's been indefinitely signed off.
Oh, right.
So, and I've got connections there from years ago, and pretty much the beacons were lit, my friend, and they were like, "We need a butcher." And they phoned me, and
then we saw the fake duck sign in the sky, like a Batman.
Yeah, it is exactly that. I was like, "I'll be there." So I gave them a hand just for an afternoon, breaking down all the pork that they got in.
Ah, cool.
And a bit of beef, doing some rolling some joints and doing some rump and loins for them. Just because boss man there, he just doesn't have the time. He's serving customers. He's got 2 young lads that don't know their ass from their elbow.
Oh, no.
And I think he was just happy to have somebody who could talk his talk, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So I've got another one of those days this week, which is good. That's sort of like, that was unforeseen.
Yeah.
Now that's just come organically. And, you know, I'm down to help out for half a day. I can have a lay-in, get in for 12, finish at 5.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
Brilliant.
Bit of extra money during the week.
Yeah.
Thursday was good with Doug. It was funny. He really makes you smile. And last Thursday, I'm with him for the foreseeable each Thursday now.
Oh, good.
On a freelance basis, he hasn't employed me. When Doug put that picture up, people were messaging me being like, "Have you moved to Middle Farm?"
I need Thursdays. I need Thursdays.
Yeah, because the way he put it, he was like, that motherfucker as well. Putting that zoomed in picture of my face.
Well, yeah, we always need an awkward one of you. Anyone who has awkward photos of Luke, just fucking post them. They're great.
Fucking Luke special needs.
Well, yeah, that's why we're butchers. Maybe we'll go special needs.
And yeah, it was just great fun. And Ryan as well is the butcher they've got there as well. Top boy, really, really just loves the work.
Good.
You know, I know that in Doug's episode, in Doug's episode, he said Ryan had a hard time in his previous employments, and Doug's nailed it with him. He's got him. They're both just super lovable guys, hardworking as well, know their stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just really happy to be there. It's sort of like one of those days where you'll get up and you'll be like, this is going to be good.
It's going to be a good day. Yeah.
Yeah. I think yesterday being with Doug all day really solidified sort of like a bit of a friendship with him where we kind of know each other on a personal level now.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and you chat about all kind of bullshit, but if we were to have if I would have walked into your shop, there would have been some sort of like pretense of how it was going to go professionally. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't have to run a business. If it was like you came into my shop, I definitely wouldn't have gone, right, these are the rules. As long as you turn up tidy, you smell good, you're nice to people, just go do what you want, you know. Unless I had like a million orders, I'd be like, you know, Luke, crack on with this, you know, and make sure.
That's what Doug did.
Yeah,
he just made me break. I broke down a bunch of 4 ribs for him for the weekend because obviously he wasn't going to be there. Ryan was going to be on his own. Did a bunch of 4 ribs, did a bunch of lamb, and did some pork for him. It was just good fun. I think having been with him yesterday and just messing around and having a laugh, which is going to keep on getting better.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I think like if you come from you've had a bad experience in a shop and you come across Doug and you're working with Doug, I think he also relights that fire inside you and gives you that chance that you wish that you got at like a previous shop or something. Because I think the way that Doug's personality does work, it is bubbly, it is fun, but there is a serious undertone to it because the boy knows what he's doing. And I think I think Ryan struck gold there, you know, and I really hope he sticks with it.
And vice versa. Doug struck gold with Ryan because Ryan's a loyal boy. That's the way it seems. It's so funny. Yesterday as well. Doug was like, we were trying out the mic for the first time and he was going, 1, 2, hello. And he was like, oh, is that what it sounds like? And then he was going, oh yeah, you're right. I like to do that. Like, she was like, should I just talk like that?
Yeah, just do it like that.
That's
brilliant.
Really good. And then Fridays, I've got off. I've got a bunch of drawing to do.
Nice. Anything new that we can that we should know of, or is it
apart from the most recent drop that I just did with a bunch of new artwork? And then I'm getting some more t-shirts organized as well because a lot of the extra large and the large has sold out.
Good. When do they go on sale?
Oh, I don't think they're going to get printed for another couple of weeks, and then it'll take about a week to get to me. So, all in due time.
Stay tuned for more.
Stay tuned for more. Yeah, but yeah, if you know anyone who wants a small butcher's t-shirt, hit me up because I've got the smalls.
Yeah, no smalls.
Yeah.
Get your wife something for her anniversary.
That's it. Yeah. Does your 6-year-old need a new t-shirt?
One that you're not worried about if it gets stained, but represents a good brand.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, more t-shirts on the way. I'm not going to do too many because I've got so many more designs I want to put on the back of t-shirts and on the front as well.
Brilliant.
You know, so this could be the last run of this hanging beef design.
Yeah, sure.
It does. Oh,
cracking shirt.
Did you see yours is in the post, by the way, if you want to know.
I've just been waiting for like a month now, and I just don't expect anything when the parcel force turn up, and I'm like, I'm just like, oh, more bad news. No duck shirt.
Not yet. You see Doug's Leonards shelf as well. Shout out.
That is top form, that shelf. Very sexy.
Serious.
Yeah. It must be nice working with that product as their sponsors as well.
It is good because he, like he said in his episode, he uses their mixers as a base. But dude, the fresh stuff that he's putting in them, some serious bangers coming through. They're great.
Really good.
Yeah. Fresh leaks to be one. Obviously, that sounds super basic, but it makes the difference.
It does. It also gives you a good opportunity that you can make the gummy bears, the Butcher's Bible ones.
That's so true. They're just hanging around currently in my knife box. The seasoning's just there every time I open it. Like, please.
You could do a nice sexy reel for them as well, baby. Yeah. I'm fired up. It's just in my reel.
It's in my reel.
Right. We put on the Instagram questions for people to throw at us.
Oh, yeah.
Good response. But I picked the top 3 that I thought were actually good, relevant, and something just a bit more different.
Yeah, I saw that one from Keith. Let's not ask that. That's
no.
That's private.
Yeah, we'll leave that one out. That's stupid of him, but we love him anyway. Hi, Keith.
Yeah.
All right. So, first question: when you were a kid, what did you want to be when growing up? You go first, Luke, on that one.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I think when I was about 14 or 15, I wanted to be a fireman.
Good choice.
But my life was rugby. I was obsessed. I played rugby from about 5 years old up until I was 19 when I retired.
Nice.
You
retired from rugby.
I did. I played for the Sussex rugby team, and I had trials for the Kent rugby team as well.
Yeah.
And in the Kent trials, I ripped my hamstring. Almost clean off. And then my lower back subsequently, like as if an elastic band got overstretched, you know? So I had about a year of being plagued, of not being out, of going to games for county rugby and not being, and not playing. I was just there as an injured one. And yeah, my life was all rugby, my guy.
Nice.
So I decided to I retired at 18, 19 and decided I needed to focus on something and throw my life into something like I did playing rugby, and that was butchery. So I think that's why I'm so obsessed, because I needed something to
stimulate you.
Yeah, I needed that drive, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it was all sport, my guy. That was literally it. That was me.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you?
I wanted to be in the Air Force.
That's cool.
And then my cousin stole it, and being like 12 or 13, I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna go do something else. And then and then like 2.5 years later, I was like 15, jump in the butchery industry. Just got stuck into that.
Yeah. Well, you were diving instructor. Surely that was something.
Was never on my criteria. I fell into that. Just fell into that by mistake. Yeah, that was
like most do with butchery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw some really cool things. I learned some really cool things. Got to speak to like 100 different people from around the world.
Yeah,
it was a great job. It is, but it is hard work as well. Because you're same up at the crack of dawn. Got to check all the safety equipment. Got to tick everything off. Got to do the boxes. Got to make sure you're okay. Because diving is quite strenuous in it mentally as well, because you're looking after people as well as you're trying to look after yourself and not going too deep just in case.
It's like being in space,
almost just a nice watery space. It's quite nice.
Yeah. It could be equally as dangerous.
Definitely. I've had a few close calls in the industry, but it just makes you, I don't know, you just learn from it in a way. It's like the butchery as well. Like any trade, you just learn from it. There's the accidents, you just keep learning. But yeah, that was a great job. And if I didn't have that job, I wouldn't have found my wife as well.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah. But
and no visits to the Titanic anytime soon.
Maybe.
Maybe. You never know. There's another submarine going down. So
this time we're going to take a PlayStation controller, not an Xbox one. Yeah.
yeah. That sounds good. Nice.
Right. Second question. What is the fear you have in the butchery world, personal or industry wise?
A fear. I don't really have a fear,
Right.
per se. I have the fear of being perceived in butchery, in that I don't want people to have the perception that I'm not doing my damn fucking hardest, when I know I am every single day.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think that I'm cutting corners. I don't want people to think that I'm not trying to do my best. It is because the fear is that I guess is the fear of people thinking that I'm not doing my best when actually
there's some lazy bastard on an iPhone.
Yeah, which I'm not. And I don't want people to think that I'm lazy. I don't want people to think that I'm doing a bad job on purpose, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I'm doing a bad job, not by accident, but
yeah.
it's just you don't want people to think that you're not taking it seriously. That's my fear.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more. That's really
because
good.
I love it so fucking much, and I hope that comes across to people that, you know, through Instagram and who I know personally as well. It's a damn fucking hard job, and we're all trying our best.
Yeah.
And I just don't want people to think that I'm not trying. I think that's a personal one rather than one in the industry, because you're grafting, you're putting your body on the line.
You're up early, you're putting your body on the line, you're just really on your feet all day. It's completely different kettle of fish compared to most jobs.
Yeah. It's the fear of being perceived. You don't want people to be like, oh yeah, that Luke, he does things half by half, you know.
Yeah. Doug would say that, yeah.
Yeah, he would. He would. But I hope people don't say that, because of the result of what I put out and create. But people talk, and
Chinese whispers. Yeah.
Yeah, and the way I try and get past it is you can't go based upon what people think about you, and also other people's opinions don't pay the bills, so they can go fuck themselves.
Definitely.
So.
Hey, that's the first for you, telling someone to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, that's a large generalization for everybody.
Where mine's more direct.
Yeah. When you're going, fuck you.
Exactly. You're going to say it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a specific one, but it's, the fear of looking like you're not doing a good job when you're really trying your best.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
What about you?
Mine's both. Like, it made me think about it, and I was like, industry wise, I'm sick of the vegan food. I'm sick of the bug replacements. I'm sick of this, and I'm really sick of the government or whoever's in charge of all these other companies tainting and making the meat industry look shit. It is really annoying. And that I feel personal about, because how hard this job is, how much time and effort and training and how much knowledge needs to go into producing these products and not cutting yourself, cutting the right, seams, getting all the materials correct, and taking it personal when the industry is constantly under fire.
That's so true.
It's a big fear, because it's either gonna make newer generation of people come through and go, yeah, I'm not going to touch meat anymore. It's just too much. It's overwhelming. I'm just going to stick in this lane. And then eventually that's where like health problems come. And then on the personal side, you're like, no, you need to come over to this side. And this is what can help with it, and it's hard to constantly not take being under fire personal, especially when it's coming from all angles, from social media, from word of mouth, from all the memes, from every angle. And it's really, really difficult, it's hard not to cross the industry and personal over, because it is personal if you're attacking an industry that we're so passionate about. Obviously, we're so fucking passionate about it because we started a fucking podcast about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so yours is a fear for the industry. Mine was personal. I'm so selfish.
No, that's what it is. There was that was a question. Is it personal or industry wise? Like, you know.
But I totally agree with you as well. You have the fear of people destroying something that they don't understand.
Exactly. Always for the self-greed. And, you know, if we mass produce all these bugs and the bug milk, holy fuck, the bug milk. You set me on the spot. But anyway.
Yeah.
But it's hard not to take it personal because they're just throwing all this just new generational bullshit at you that these things are actually healthier, but they're not. It's like it's black and white, clear as day. Meat is a substitute that we need. No, it's not.
So you're saying that you fear for our children and our children's children, and how are they going to survive in a world that's purely fed off of synthetic means?
Exactly. You know, and the lab grown meat and the 3D printed meat and everything.
We're going to do an episode about that lab grown meat, dude. That is a fucking minefield, and how much investment has been put into that is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
World leaders.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
What are they doing?
We're still building the criteria for that one as well, so we'll get that one out. But it's hard it's really hard because of how dyslexic we are and how to portray that episode out. It's a bit hard for us, so we are kind of trying to build something so that it comes crystal clear that no one gets lost in that translation of what we're trying to say to people. So that one's still in the pipelines for us. With the very limited space that we have, it is something we're building towards. So stay tuned for that one. But like you said, for the generation after generation after generation, it is going to be harder to unblur the lines. But I think if we as parents, we keep that education going and really go, right, you do have a choice, but here's example A and example B and C. They won't give you all the, we can arm them with the knowledge or try and educate them and give them that you do have a choice and still giving that opportunity. But at the end of the day, the meat is what has kept the caveman going, is what kept our mum and great grandparents and everyone through the wars, everything is, it's always stuck by us and it's never done any wrong. The only thing that's been wrong is the human interference. That's all.
True. This is true.
And it just, if we can try and unblur those lines just a little bit more, one episode at a time or one sit down with our kids at a time and do it, and that's everyone's responsibility who's in the meat trade. And I'll tell you what, every fucking person in this industry is doing a cracking job at it.
Yeah.
That's me.
Preach, brother.
I'm preaching. Fat power.
Nice.
Right. Nice. Last one. I really love this. What music do you like most when doing butchery?
Oh, dude, it can be anything. When I need to be G'd up, it's like clubhouse music, drum and bass, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Or if it's just me in the butchery, I can listen to some heavy metal as well. That fucking really gets me fired up.
Oh yeah.
If I'm in a bad mood and working, heavy metal really fixes that.
Yes.
I think if I'm in a good mood and I was like, I need to do this work, but I can't get up the momentum, I'll have a coffee, put on some drum and bass, and just bop away.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, the heavy metal really gets me going. I could still be in a bad mood, but I'm going to absolutely thrash that beef.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
My music taste is like quite eclectic, but I just kind of, it's all more of a feeling to me. It's not sort of like I like this kind of music. It's just sort of, if I like it, I like it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Apart from Dan, who listens to the "You've Got a Friend" and me and
really
the Lion King.
Well, that's a banger. There's a banging album.
That's true. It's very, very true. But he also listens to more. But whenever I come into the butchery and he's got his music on, it always seems to be those two songs.
Yeah, bangers.
Yeah.
Akuma what a wonderful phrase.
Yeah, good.
They're bangers.
Go on then. What's yours?
Well, I'm metal. I'm metal through and through. So if I'm in like a real funky, pick me up kind of mood, I'll put some like banjo deathcore on. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If I'm like a bit pissed off or anything, I'll put like some black maybe some slam on as well, because it's like 200 RP beats and you just like fucking deserve it. If I'm like in a old school kind of mood, I'll put some like Pantera, some Lamb of God, maybe like some like really old school Slipknot, some like real vintage stuff, so I can hear like Joey Jordanson.
A real duality sort of time.
Yeah, maybe a bit older, like Iowa album. Older. Yeah, like
shit, yeah,
like that album. That that whole album is just an absolute masterpiece, from drumming to percussions all the way to the singing. It's just a beautiful masterpiece. That is. But yeah, if I want to do something a bit different and I'm like in a really relaxed, good mood, probably just put on like a bit of like David Bowie, maybe some Elton John.
Like, I listen to a lot of blues actually as well.
Yeah, so like a Prince as well. Prince albums are really good fun. Like, but like a lot of 80s and 90s kind of mixture I'll do. But like if I'm in any of those other moods, metal, and then I'll go through like the genres of metal, and I'll put on group metal, banjo, deathcore, slam, black. And kind of, If not, and I'm really interested, I might listen to some like podcasts. If I'm
admittedly, yes, I listen to a lot of podcasts, but it often just sounds like a bit like what Henry said, where if you're listening to a podcast and you're working as well and you're thinking about things, the podcast starts to become a soundtrack. You're not actually listening to it.
Yeah.
So all it just sounds like is you're listening to a conversation in the background and you're not actually listening to the words.
And you might
when I
miss
get to
something.
that point, I turn it off and then I listen to music.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I feel like when you're driving in podcasts, work a bit more.
Yeah. It keeps you more alert, but you don't want to turn this podcast off because this podcast is the buzz.
It is. It's fucking dope. It's getting a lot of traction. It's lovely.
Yeah, great. Love it. Sweet.
Right. That is us. Before we head away, guys and girls, mental health month last month for men. It shouldn't just be a month. It should be all year. Our mental health means a lot. You mean a lot to us. Anyone who listens, who likes, subscribes, whatever, you guys do mean the world to us. Like, so if there is something going on with you, do reach out. It's just a phone call or a message away. Luke and I have quite a close bond in that way. And we talk a lot, and it's not just him. We do have other people outside of our circles who we can talk to. But like we've said since day dot of doing this, everyone deserves to be listened or heard. Same thing. But like I'm saying, do reach out. It means the world. We can't lose any more people because it's fucking shit.
It is very much so. Yeah. And shout out to this episode's sponsors, Leonards. You got another week and a half from the recording of this episode, the 7th, to get the Euro box. Try all their flagship flavors in one place. Try before you buy.
Exactly right.
Ultimately, and get amongst it. Support the people that support the pod.
Exactly right. And don't forget to get your balls, boobs, and butt checked as well for any nasties. And we will see you on the Friday episode with a very special guest. Rightio. I love you, Luke.
Love you too, mate.
We'll see everyone on the Friday's episode. Peace. Enjoy your Monday, bitches.